Okay, just have some water. We are recording. Hi. That did not sound like you at all. Okay.
I'm a skinwalker.
Oh, no, please.
Sorry.
That shit's scary.
I looked into the darkness as I said that.
We do not live in the Appalachian? Alopecia.
We don't live in the Alopecia Mountains.
We have to stop. Okay. Let's go. This is hard to switch the brain on again. Okay. Kia ora and welcome to Wheelie Blind, the podcast where we figure out there's actually no... What was the adjective I used? It was so good when I said it to you. There's actually no, adequate. It needs to be better than adequate. There's no desirable. No, desirable. That sounds like we're suicidal. Are we?
Well, no.
There's no...
Good.
Welcome to Wheelie Blind, the podcast where we discuss how we're actually all just part of the depressing rat race.
I'm Nevé.
And I'm Sam.
My voice broke. Can I say I'm Nevé again?
Go on then.
I'm Nevé.
And I'm Sam.
And thanks for coming back.
Hi everyone. We hope you...
How'd you enjoy the last one?
We had the same thought, and then we probably both had the thought of we shouldn't talk about what we last talked about in case we do a different
but we're
upload
gonna.
schedule. It's done. Yeah, it's done. True. We hope you enjoyed the tomfoolery of last week.
Tomfoolery.
Last week is in 3 weeks ago because we have a really regular schedule for all of our devoted fans.
Happy Wheelie Wednesday, everyone.
Happy Wheelie Wednesday. We hope your Wednesday's been wonderful. If we really organised, this was a 9 a.m. upload, so
Ooh.
I guess we'll see. Oh,
Neve's editing this one, so we'll see how on top of her shit she is.
Exciting.
Oh.
So, to counteract last week's absolute shitfuckery, sorry mum, we are doing something actually real.
Yeah.
And
this exists.
This exists, pretty depressing, but very, very important.
Yeah.
And with the political state of the world, which is pretty dire and has been for many, many years for many, many minorities, but it feels really relevant now.
Yeah.
So we're going to rant about the state of the world and we're going to give you a different perspective because I know sure as hell y'all have not thought about what we're going to talk about today.
I'm about to nerd out.
Neve's going to nerd out.
If you didn't know this, your girl has a business degree and she really enjoyed getting it.
I'm so excited for Miss Nevé to talk us through
I got
all
to
of
pull
this.
out first year business paper knowledge that I haven't thought about in a long time, and it was a lot of fun. So
Oh, it's going to be so good.
please enjoy. I'm about to explain capitalism to y'all.
In order for us to kind of break down the systems and how it affects us and what the issues are as disabled women, we need to have an understanding of where it sits right now. So
What is it?
sit back and relax.
What is this thing that we exist under? And we'll just say, okay, too, because we don't have a choice. All right.
Learn with us. I'm probably going to gasp and ooh and ah the whole time, so...
So, capitalism was invented by John Capitalism.
By the way, we have a third guest today, which is Nicholas, on my lap. We'll see how long he stays.
Oh, okay, I got my joke out of the way. I thought of that 3 days ago. I was
That
really
was
proud
so
of it.
worth it.
I didn't get through it.
That was amazing.
All right, maybe I edit in me getting through it and then I'll cut back to you giggling. Just kidding.
No, I have the original. That's too good.
Oh, right. Oh, man, I was being wanky on Friday night when I wrote this. Capitalism is a system we're in. Oh.
Just going to write an essay for you.
Oh. So, it is the system that we exist under in most places in the world. Not all of them, obviously.
Not North Korea.
Not in North Korea. Not in... China or Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Or...
Antarctica.
It's not a country.
I was just thinking of the penguins living under capitalism, how depressing that would be.
Just giving each other dollars.
Do you know that I learned that penguins smell absolutely horrific?
Yeah, they stink.
My boss went to Antarctica and she said the smell was like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
I love that you also know that. How do you know that?
I've seen them at, like, aquariums.
True.
Yeah. And it, like, reeks.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. They stinky. Stinky.
Poor penguins.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have capitalism, so...
Yeah, poor us. Some humans stink, so... and live under capitalism.
Yeah, that's a bad existence.
Sorry, I was really... There's a South American country that is socialist, and I cannot remember what it is, but...
I'll be no help there, I'm afraid.
No. Apparently neither will my brain. So, capitalism. What the fuck is it? Private entities own the means of production. So, we're going to go, like, basic back to the start of the Industrial Revolution, because that's the only way that my brain can make sense of it, because in modern day it just doesn't make any sense in my brain, and that's a me problem, not a you problem, microphone, but that's where we're at. I'm explaining it. Enjoy my teachings. So, private entities own the means to production, and production of goods and services is based on supply and demand. So, if the masses want something, then the producers need to produce it and supply it, and that is the only reason that things would be produced, because there's demand for it. Theoretically. Does that work? No.
Tell us why it doesn't work.
Tell you why it doesn't work. Oh boy. Well, if that was the case, let me give you a for instance. If production only happened when there was demand for products, then there would never be a surplus of products. I said surplus, weird. There would never be a surplus of products.
Say that one more time, because Nicholas just tucked his paws both into the palm of my hand.
Oh!
And I got distracted. Product. I zoned out after product.
It's so okay. This is so not Sam's interest.
No, I am interested. I am. It's just not something I'm very well versed in, other than the anger I feel about it.
Okay. If demand was the only thing driving the production of goods and services, specifically goods, there would never be a surplus of anything produced. So everything that was ever produced would be purchased by the masses.
Totally.
That doesn't happen.
No.
Have you heard of the fashion industry?
Have you seen the landfills lately?
Yeah, like, that's not all just rubbish that consumers are throwing out. It's mostly not rubbish that consumers are throwing out. It's overproduced crap that's being thrown out. But so that idea of supply and demand exists under this other construct that exists under capitalism. Also, I have an HR degree. I might be talking out of my ass. I took a first year paper on this, so forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm not an economist. But so, supply and demand. Those things should dictate the price of goods and services.
Sure.
And under this free market, in big fat quotation marks, means that supply and demand can float up and down, and so prices float up and down, and that keeps everything fair and wonderful and beautiful. Again, do you think that happens?
No, sir.
No, sir. And next note. Yes. Next note is, what the fuck is this free market thing that we're talking about?
Please elaborate.
Right. So, in this free market, prices of goods and services are set by the supply and demand for products. So if there's really high demand for a product, say a glass of cranberry juice, if there's really high demand for it and there's not a massive supply of it, it's going to be really expensive because the demand is so high and the supply is so low. Mm-hmm. If the producers of a glass of cranberry juice have a lot of them, the supply is massive, and the demand from the consumer is really low. No one wants a glass of cranberry juice because now they're all drinking orange juice, or they already have cranberry juice, or cranberry juice has fallen out of fashion. Then supply is really high, demand is really low. the producers are going to drop the price to make it more enticing for people to purchase, because now it's cheap, so they'll buy it because it's cheap.
Totally.
So that's how things should work. It's not how things work, though.
No.
Who's ever gone to the supermarket and been like, oh, the price of everything has come down. Amazing. Now, the other part of that is that all of these producers who are private entities owning the means of production, they all compete with each other for the consumers' dollar bills, y'all.
That's amazing. Please keep that in.
Fine. I'm keeping that whole thing in.
Yes.
Including this. So they're all competing for the monies. And so they're competing with each other, which means that prices should be driven down by each of the people producing the products.
Yes.
But the reality of the situation that we're in now is, like, 2 people own all of the companies that are producing everything. So it looks like there's competition in a free market, but, like, Nestle owns everything, and Coca-Cola owns everything, and other brands that I can't think of right now own everything. And so there should be free market competition, but there isn't, because they're really just competing within their own company. And so at the end of the day, all the profit is just moving up to whoever is the CEO of, I mean, it wouldn't just be him, it would be the board directors, but like the top of those massive companies that own everything worldwide, which is just fucking ridiculous.
Totally.
And another point that I have here is the motivation under capitalism for producing goods and services isn't to make sure that the masses have what they want and need. It's profit.
Yeah.
So that's naturally also going to drive up prices. And then it's also going to mean that greedy fuckers, like the people at the top, want to continue to own everything, because why would they want to compete? Because if they have competitors, then they're going to have to pull their prices down or make a superior product. That's exhausting.
God forbid doing that.
No, why would we want to do that? And so they just, you get enough money, then honestly, if you had a point under capitalism and you have enough money, then you can kind of just keep skyrocketing, but everyone else just kind of stays a little bit fucked. It sucks.
Beautifully done.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Yeah, so this is the other thing that I've written, and I'm pretty sure this was in the paper that I took a couple of years ago when I was studying, but it's essentially a business model. It's not it's a way of governing in reality.
Yeah.
Like, it's a form of governance, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking business model.
Yeah.
And, like, human beings aren't a business.
They kind of have become that, though.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's really interesting that, like, human resources used to be called human resources, because it's the human resource versus all the other resources. At the end of the day, within a business, humans are a part of the manufacturing process.
Yeah.
But now, as a society, we're moving away from calling that department human resources, and we're calling it, like, people or performance or whatever. I can't think of what companies call it, but, like, we're moving away from calling it human resources because people are cottoning on to the fact that, like, oh, we're just a fucking cog in the machine.
Yes.
But that's all we are.
Yeah.
We're a means of production. Mm-hmm. And therefore, because the means of production are owned by a private entity, are we, as employees, owned by the person who owns the entity. That was wrong. We, as employees, are part of what is owned because we are part of the means of production.
And our productivity and our output and anything that we make underneath that model is then owned.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, kind of as women, our bodies are also owned, but that's a whole other podcast.
Next time.
Next time.
The motivation under capitalism is profit, which I stated before, but thank you for stating it again, Nevs. But, like, human necessities now require you to be making a profit to be able to access them, like shelter and food, and in even some places in New Zealand, water. You have to pay for all of these, so you have to have access to money Profit is directly related to productivity. If you don't have an efficient means of production, then you're not going to make money because you're not going to be able to have a large profit margin on whatever it is that you're selling. Part of producing goods and services is having human beings doing that. Therefore, human beings are tied to profit. Therefore, human beings need to be productive to be able to produce profit. And so humans become only valuable if they're productive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only because we exist under capitalism that is so fucking important to everyone. It's not like a human innate thing that we know. It's something that we've been taught because of the system that we exist under.
Yeah. And here's where we make it all about ourselves and explain to you why this massively disproportionately affects minorities, obviously. And we can talk to our minority, which, if you missed it, is disability. Something I've heard some pretty compelling arguments for is that laziness is actually a construct, which has completely changed the way that I prioritize rest without guilt. Mm-hmm. I also want to add a caveat here. Did I say that right? Caveat.
No, because that's how American caveat.
A caveat. I'm going to add a little note here, which is that NB, not to Beno, is that I do think having a work ethic is still reasonably important. I think trying to do good and putting effort in and being part of a team and all those parts of work in whatever state that it exists. I think my earrings are jingling. This just happens every podcast. It's I'm about to fight you. Taking my earrings out. Rips my heels off, runs down the street after you. Work ethic, still important. Still, I think, something that is nice to have. But I think we should actually be questioning what that ethic is and how far it goes and who it's actually valuing and how we balance that with our real lives.
Yeah, is it related to moral value or is it related to how much money you're making?
Exactly. It's a really tough one. This idea, I feel like being lazy is such a cruel insult in today's society. It's really, if someone calls you lazy or describes someone else as lazy, I feel like it's a sick burn because it feels like, oh, that's someone that doesn't bother to contribute. That's someone that isn't doing enough or meeting the standard they should be meeting in whatever context that is. Mm-hmm. And I do think laziness in some ways exists, absolutely, especially if it's laziness in relationships, if you're not helping to pull your weight. Or even friendships or family dynamics, or there's a point you have to pull your weight in different spaces in your life. I think you have to meet people at least halfway if you can, depending on the context.
A level of effort.
Yes, a level of effort. Halfway I'm going to question because I feel like give and take also can get problematic. Anyway, my point is, a lot of the time laziness is actually a construct. This idea that you have to be working yourself to the bone 24/7, you have to be in the door before you clock on and out the door ages after you leave. You have to work overtime because you're contributing, you're being a good person, because somehow your output is equated with your morality and how good you are as a person. This idea that we're only valuable if we're productive is why we're all fucked.
Yeah.
It's why so much of our boomer generation are super mentally ill and just don't acknowledge it, because that is so much of the rhetoric they had growing up, post-war and several decades after that. And actually, at the end of the day, what matters? Are we questioning what actually matters and who we're making money for? And you actually can't work if you're dead.
Yeah.
You can't work if you're sick.
Yeah.
You can't work if you're in chronic pain, depending on, you kind of can. we can, we figured it out, but, not always.
Ideally, you shouldn't have to. That's a different argument, but
Ideally, you shouldn't have to. I remembered this this video that I watched, like this snippet of a Charlie Chaplin film. Like back when I studied, I think I did like postmodern literature back in my early 20s. And in the postmodern conversation, we watched this film, this Charlie Chaplin film called Modern Times. I couldn't remember the details, but here is a short synopsis of the scene I remember from Charlie Chaplin's own website, charliechaplin.com. Really exists. I'll link everything in the description. Okay, so Charlie's a factory worker in this hectic age, a minor cog in the grinding wheels of industry. His job, mechanically tightening bolts on a moving belt. The monotony of the work drives him berserk. And then he kind of goes on this journey that isn't quite related to my point. But this, you know, rat race, cog in the wheel sort of thing, it's just this fear and realization people were having in the Industrial Revolution of, this is where we're at now that we have these factories and we have these new forms of transport that speed things up and life moves faster and we actually perceive time and space differently because we have these inventions that have changed the way that we live and changed how, you know, it used to take a week to get from one end of the country to the other and now we can do it in a day. How can we capitalize on that? How can we make that work for us? I also wanted to check if I was right about my, this is a boomer mindset thing.
I think so.
I think I am too. I couldn't find lots on it. To be fair, I wasn't researching for a super duper long time.
It would be like my thoughts on the proof of this would be completely anecdotal from, you know, just boomers, particularly when I think millennials were kind of in their mid-20s being like, you're just not working hard enough and, you know, you jump around jobs and you don't climb the ladder and you don't, like, you have no loyalty to your employer and you eat too much avocado toast.
Yeah.
That's why you can't buy a house.
And this, like,
I bought a house when I was 22.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was, you know, it was cheap in today's money, but it was expensive back then. Like, they've always just been the same price. They really believe in capitalism.
Yeah, they do.
I think, because they're like, well, inflation is just, you know, it's just keeping things fair. And
I also don't think they see it because they're in it.
People need to not complain about how low the minimum wage is, because if they don't want to be getting paid that much, then they should just work harder and get a better paying job.
I remember, like, hearing the whole, this new girl started and she turns up just before she clocks on. And me being like, yeah, why wouldn't she?
You're not paying me to be here any earlier.
What else? Also, she's a human being. What else was happening that morning? Is she raising 2 children? Is she unwell? Like, calm down. What are we doing here?
Did she just not want to be there any earlier? Because what the fuck is she supposed to do? Like, she's not getting paid.
Exactly. So Forbes helped me out with this. Not super proud of the fact it was Forbes, but Forbes did. The majority of Gen Z, 71%, think that boomers value hours worked over results, and another 56% say that toxic work culture can be laid at boomers' door. Again, it's stats and generalizations, but it does kind of support what we're saying here.
Yeah.
64% of boomers claim that Gen Zers prioritise work-life balance to the detriment of the business, which I thought was really interesting because I think that supports a lot of discussion that I see in my workplace and other workplaces as well. Like the idea that we're Gen Z, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just.
The idea that we work to be able to live our lives and we prioritise well-being, relationships, rest, social lives feels insane to people that are slaves to capitalism and don't question it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a hard enough worker. You aren't doing enough. Like, what do you mean you can't work later tonight because you have a dinner?
Yeah, like, blow off the dinner. This is the most important thing, and it's not fair of you to prioritise your life because then the business might suffer. Like, they seem to have more empathy for the business than they do for individual people. Yeah. This article said, I've often said it, I don't even know what that says. I'm going to skip that bit. Start again. The article also says, my generation, the boomers, live to work, and Gen Z does the opposite. They work to live, to pay the bills so they can get on with what they see
as the much more important things in life: friends, family, hobbies, entertainment, and all the things that make up their personal lives. Also, I think the reason boomers often encompass this idea is because they often possess ideas that coincide with the American dream. Yeah. Which states that anyone can achieve their goals with hard work.
Yes. They really believe that whole, like, anyone, like, capitalism is built for anyone to be able to succeed if they work hard enough.
Yeah, completely disregarding the fact that that was just straight white cis men.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the American dream is 2 white hetero parents and a boy and girl child.
Yeah.
And a dog. And a yard that looks like the cul-de-sac in Edward Scissorhands. This is something that I think supports what we are saying here. This is also not like there are some very smart, lovely boomers.
Oh,
like,
we're generalising.
We are generalising, but I feel like that's like our parents. A lot of our parents and our parents' friends kind of have that idea, which meant that it's really hard to be disabled in a system that doesn't benefit you.
Yes.
I had one of my colleagues works really, really hard. She does so many things. She works very hard at work and does lots of things outside of work as well. She has church commitments and all kinds of stuff, and she never stops. She's incredible. And I was like, are you going to take some rest time this term? Because, girl, you are doing so much. And she was like, yeah, I really should. I should take a leaf out of your book. You're so good at knowing how to rest. And I was like, yeah, I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I would not be here if I did not prioritize rest.
Yeah.
There's no way I would be able to hold down even a casual or a part-time position. It's not a choice that I have. And in some ways, I'm a little bit grateful for that, because it means that I'm so much more in touch with my body and my needs, and I'm non-negotiable about that now. It's taken me a long time to get to this point, but now as an adult, I'm like, this is what I have to do. And I don't need to feel bad about it. I do technically work part-time in my position as a teacher, which I resent. I'd much rather work full-time. I'm taking a huge pay cut by going part-time. All it means is I teach 4 classes and not 5. The percentage of what I'm losing is in the $30,000 range, which I found out 2 days ago. So it hits really, really hard. I'm losing a lot of money just by working basically 5 hours less a week. Anyway, that's the toss-up that I've had to make. Yep. And at the end of the day, like, my ability to host a podcast with my best friend, to go out for dinner, to see friends, to fucking scrapbook, go for walks, do what I love.
Do enjoy life.
To have a life outside of work, I have to take that sacrifice. I have to take that fall. And also, I used to kind of stay at work even when I wasn't being paid because I felt guilty. And I do have people around me in my space that made me feel guilty about it because of the rhetoric around laziness and not being productive enough and not being there enough. Actually, I'm losing $30,000 a year. No. I love my kids. I love what I do. It is so important that I rest and do what I have to do when I'm not being paid for it so I can keep doing this.
Yeah.
So I am going to go home when I clock off for the day because I need to rest so I can come back and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've stopped feeling guilty about that.
Good.
I'm getting mad.
Yeah. I'm really, like...
I'm getting
little
mad.
Chickie's getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a fidget. So, ASMR. Nevé and I went halves on a little bucket of squishy animals.
And Sam picked me up a big squishy.
A big squishy glow-in-the-dark chick.
ASMR.
I don't think it can... Oh, get it.
That's gross.
That sounded like
Sounds
something...
like I'm playing with a dry penis.
This one's making me feel so icky. Let's go back to yelling things at each other with headphones
I don't
on.
like this.
Oh,
we're going to have
God.
like a really fun chat after this.
We are. I have some chocolate biscuits. Yeah, I have fake Tim Tams and they slap basically the same as a Tim Tam.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah. The next thing on my list is talking about politics. New Zealand politics, specifically the current national government. We're doing it. We talked about it in the past, whether we were going to do it or not, and yeah, we're going to do it.
And I mean, the election's coming up, so...
Exactly.
Timely.
Please fucking vote.
Please fucking vote.
Please vote. People died for your right to vote. is there anything you have to add on my rant about laziness being a construct before I move into telling you all of the things that the national government has cut from us disabled people?
I think just, in my opinion, I completely agree with you. I think you talking about it is a lot more valuable than me talking about it, because I still suffer under I feel lazy, so I'm going to keep doing things. And something that I've actually realized just in the last week is like, why can't I seem to wake up and get up when I want to? And like a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't at that point. And it's because I'm burnt out. And it's the first time I've realized that in my life, because this is a very continuing ebbing and flowing pattern. It's because I'm burnt out. It's because I'm not resting enough. It's because I'm constantly telling myself, even just mentally, like, you should be doing more. You're a piece of shit. Stop just sitting here and thinking about doing stuff. Go out and do stuff. No! I want to spend the weekend doing fucking nothing. And that's good.
Do you know what it is? It's that us living our lives is fucking 10 times harder than a non-disabled person. You looking at something takes like fucking 20 times more energy than me looking at something. And
my eyes hurt.
all the time. I remember when you were studying, you said you'd get such bad like visual fatigue because you're staring at a screen and reading all day. Yeah. And like me walking down the street, 20 times harder for me than it is for you. Yeah. Because in order for us to like exist in the world,
just purely exist,
like not even just work, where we work and get so burnt out with what we do, even though we both love our jobs, they're not easy jobs.
No.
But on top of that, like you reading your favorite book or me going for a beautiful walk around my local park, that shit is exhausting. So like the idea that doing stuff we love that is physically taxing is really fucking hard. What do you think I was gonna say? It's hard. It's really fucking hard. So if it's hard for us to do
things, I just close my eyes.
For us to do things we love and it be hard, how much fucking harder do you think it is for us to do work in it? Oh my god. And then we also have to do chores.
Oh my god, don't get me fucking started.
Do you know how painful vacuuming is when you have spinal muscular atrophy?
See, vacuuming isn't so bad because it is sort of a texture thing as well, because you can kind of feel where like it goes like, and then if you go over it a couple of times you're like, okay, no more dust. But mopping? I've given up on mopping. I just get down on my hands and knees with a and then ask someone else to do it. What's this one about? I actually get down on the ground with like a cloth and spray and wipe, and that's how I clean my tiled floor.
That's completely valid.
Because like if I'm mopping, I'm like, I've got no idea if I've done a good job or not.
And I also feel like other people with disabilities would do that too, because in terms of the physical labour it takes to do it. Yeah. 100%. Do you know what I've been told when I said how difficult cleaning was? Just hire a cleaner.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get into, this is a little bit later on. Shall we talk about New Zealand National Party?
Sure. Christopher Luxton.
Christopher Luxton?
Yeah.
Christopher?
I just think it's really insulting to slightly mispronounce his name.
Christopher Luxton. Bald ass fucking white man.
Thumb of a man.
Surely. I mean, I know he took, like $400,000 so that he could, like, live in a house or something. Why didn't he put that towards a toupee? Like a really quality toupee
transplant.
that he could...
Yeah, transplant.
So true. I don't think we're here to actually insult Christopher Luxon's appearance, so that's a low-hanging fruit, and we have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
How many adages can I fit into one sentence? So, what is your awareness of what the government has done to us and their term as government? Is that correct?
Something like
She's
that.
Not a poll psycho.
Well, I definitely probably should have been a little bit more aware over the last 3 years.
Me too. I agree. 3. Yes. 3, right?
Yeah, it's a 3-year term, right?
3 by the time they are.
Yeah, so mainly what I have been made aware of is the changing of the disability funding guidelines.
Oh, yeah.
Big change. The moving of disability support services being managed by Whaikaha to being managed by the Ministry of Social Development.
Where there's, as far as I know, minimal to no representation of people in our community making their choices for our community.
A manage.
Thank you.
It's spreading. Imagine the Ministry for Disabled People managing disability support funding. That would be crazy.
Wow, that's way too outlandish of you to even suggest that.
And then more recently, they have decided to reduce the amount of support available within the total mobility scheme and have forced local government's hands into doing the same. So there is going to be less support available for people who use the total mobility scheme.
Absolutely, that was...
So basically they've fucked over disabled people.
Yeah.
Because disabled people are yucky.
Did you know that we're at 17% of our New Zealand population is disabled?
Whoa!
Yeah, higher than I thought. Wow. Yeah, Did I cite that? No, I didn't, but I saw that somewhere. Very official.
Who knows where?
Somewhere. If anyone wants receipts, just email wheelieblind@gmail.com and I'll let
If
you know.
you really care, then fine, do that.
Yeah. Oh no, it was an RNZ article, so
okay.
we trust RNZ.
All right.
But yeah, 17% is higher than I thought.
That's
so.
really high, yeah.
Oh yeah, girl. So, yeah, you're correct. Total mobility scheme reduced from 75% to 65% was the subsidy decrease. That's a 10% decrease. I can do maths sometimes.
Yeah, they're also doing a ride cap, which is fucking ridiculous.
Can you talk us through how that has affected you and how you get around?
It hasn't directly affected me because I don't access the total mobility scheme as much as I used to. I did use it a lot in the past.
Talk us through what you do now though and what you had to fight for.
So I take Ubers now. I have access to disability support funding, and so I have had to fight multiple times over the years that I've had access to that to be able to use that funding to subsidize my Uber trips. Because the reason I use Uber is firstly because it's cheaper than taxis ever will be, even
long shot
without any subsidies involved. But it's also, it doesn't require me to make a phone call. I can have a car there within 1 to 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. I can see where it is on my phone. It's a much better system for someone like me, and also someone who doesn't like chatting when they're in the car to a stranger, which that kind of feels like a necessity when you're in a taxi, which I don't like. And also, like, payment is handled in the app. Like, there's no fucking around with I'm going here. Like, it's all just in there, you know? It's so much easier. But so, yeah, now I do use my disability support funding to subsidize the cost of those Ubers. But with all the chopping and changing over the last few years, I've had to argue and re-argue to be able to still use the money that is allocated to me to support my disability to be able to pay for the exuberant transport costs that I have, because I can't take the fucking bus, because I couldn't even tell you where the number on a bus is. I've never seen the number on a bus. I don't know where they are. I can't see it. I also can't see when the bus is coming to wave it down. I obviously can't drive yet. I can't bike.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I can't take a fucking Lime scooter. And I do walk most places. But you know what? I'm a woman. Can't walk around at night by myself.
Not a good idea.
So, what am I left with? Private transport. Ubers or taxis.
Mm-hmm.
Or just being what the national government thinks a disabled person is and just completely reliant on another person and have to get rides everywhere.
Absolutely.
Which, fuck you. I'm independent and I want to be independent and I deserve to be independent if I want to be. And relying on people.
Do you know some of the most independent people I've ever met are disabled people?
Mm-hmm.
Even full-time wheelchair users. Crazy. Christopher Luxnon would never understand that.
No.
Okay. Yep, absolutely. Let's talk you through a couple of like the changes that have actually happened, because I had to like double check. The Individuals with Disabilities Fund has been cut for good, with funding being prioritised to organisations providing services to the broader disability sector. So we're taking away the specifics of people that actually have things to say. I quite liked this from the NZ Disability Support Network. Unfortunately, these announcements bear no relation to the needs of disabled people, their families and support workers. It's all about cutting costs.
That was another thing I wanted to mention about the total mobility scheme. There was a cost-benefit analysis done to decide whether the reduction was a good idea or not. There was no like impact analysis done on welfare for the people who use that scheme.
And they didn't like consult anybody. They just made that decision pretty quick after they got in, I think. Yeah. It's clear the government thinks paying 0.5% of GDP to support disabled people is too much and wants to reduce spending as much as possible.
Like what? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just stop paying everyone high up in politics so much.
It's so crazy to think about where that money's actually going instead.
Like, where is it going?
Well,
roads?
Christopher Luxpon needs loads of houses.
Why?
So many.
He's one guy. Does he even have he doesn't have a family or anything, right?
I think he does.
Does he?
Effectively, what's been implemented is a cut in funding involving a freeze in new residential placements and cuts to aspects of flexible funding for those individuals living at home. So total mobility often gave us like discounts on taxis, for example. That also means it's cut funding for home help and assistance. I went through Lifelinks, which is but I heard good things about what they do, and I wasn't super crushed by how they treated me, but
I've had good experiences with Lifelinks. I think it depends on who you talk to, though.
Yes, and it also depends on what the government's going to allow you to pay for, because last year when I was single and I was like, I need to figure out how to make my life easier. How can I make my life easier? Here are my needs. Here's what's hard for me. They were like, oh, you probably could have gotten funding under a Labour government, but Nationals cut any chance, so you can't get anything under this government. Also, the consistent argument from Lifelinks, from Wins, is that I earn too much. I earn too much. Okay, fine, great. I'm taking a 30k salary pay cut to work part-time to manage my chronic pain and fatigue. 30k. Like, I want to acknowledge how grateful I am to have a job that I love and have the money that I do. Like, I'm low-key poor, but I'm pretty happy. Like, I'm fine.
Hard-launching being poor.
No, like, I can afford what I need. I can afford what I need, and I'm grateful for that. Like, I'm not living in poverty. I can afford just what I need. I should be able to afford luxuries.
What you want.
And I also should be able to afford home help. Because, I can do anything. You sure as hell know I can do anything. But is it worth being in pain constantly to do those things? The government thinks yes. This is a segue to why disability is incredibly expensive. First of all, the obvious reasons behind that are probably the stuff that you, the listener, are thinking about. So, like, equipment that is needed for people with disabilities, like mobility aids, chairs, breathing apparatus if you're someone that struggles with respiratory stuff, like the obvious things.
Yeah.
That shit's expensive.
Yep.
We're here to tell you it goes a lot deeper than that. I went through so many things. I am really scraping the barrel by the end of this, but it's all disability related.
See, I haven't thought about this too much because, and like, I only want to briefly touch on this, but I feel like I'm in a different situation to you because I have been allocated as this very high needs disabled individual, so I have access to a lot of financial support.
Oh, that is true. Oh yeah, Nevé has some and I don't. Again, what arbitrary fucking rules. To be fair, Nevé absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, but so does Sam.
The government says no.
But see, the New Zealand government, and it's not just the national government, just since the invention of blindness, has thought that like blind people are completely helpless and so we need the most support, which like I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll roll in that, thank you. But like, there are other people who need this as well. It's just a very weird scale of measuring how disabled people are, but they're completely different disabilities. is just fucking weird.
It's so strange.
Yeah. So I haven't thought about a list of things that are more expensive for me.
Okay.
But if my brain clicks on while you're reading this list, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay, let's go. I'll start with the more obvious, so like doctor's visits. We get sick more. We have to go to the doctor more. I'm not eligible for any kind of discount because, again, apparently I'm a millionaire. As a teacher, a famously high-paying job, a part-time disabled teacher, expensive. Got to do that way more often. No funding for that. Mm-hmm. The fuel crisis has been really, really fucking stressful and scary for me. I drive a diesel vehicle. Let me explain to you why I drive a diesel vehicle. Because when I got my wheelchair 5 years ago, I think, do you know what you need to do with the wheelchair is get around with the wheelchair.
No one thinks about that.
I could not fit my wheelchair in my beautiful 1997 red wine Honda Civic, who I think about every single day. I love her. I miss her.
She was red wine.
Roberta did such a great job. She carried me through so many amazing times in my life. We miss her every day. So I then had to get a large vehicle. Do you know what? Large vehicles are expensive. So I had to get like an SUV, cheapest SUV I could find, diesel. Here we are, diesel, big vehicle, expensive. Mm-hmm. Diesel also, like, having to pay for road user charges, that's just something I wish I didn't have to do. That's just life admin
It just feels like rates, but for a car.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, so then when, obviously, diesel got very expensive because Trump,
thanks!
It's a pipeline, but he's at the end of it. Scary for me because I'm paying road user charges as well as the fact that diesel was more than all the other fuels for a while.
Fucking insane.
I had to pay for my own car entirely with my own money. I did have help from family because I was early 20s at the time, and my 9 had just died. So thank you, Elizabeth, for my car. But I paid for most of it myself.
Shout out, Elizabeth!
Shout out, Elizabeth! I did get my wheelchair subsidised. I did get the motor subsidised. That was a huge process to get that approved, but I did get it. I also had my wheelchair lift subsidised. You know what's fucking heavy is a wheelchair, which is ironic when you use one and can't lift it into your car. So I have a wheelchair lift in my car, which fascinates people. Every time they see me using it, they're like, "Oh my god, what is that? Show me." Which I'm kind of like, okay, come and...
It's just a lift, babe.
Come and hang out. Like, yeah, just come and sit in my boo and figure this out with me, whatever. Subsidised one time. They do it one time. So me selling my car means I have to figure out a way to get that removed, put into a different car. Girl, I can't do that. It's like a whole thing that's built into my car. So I can't exactly buy another car because then I'm going to have to pay however much money to get them. It's a whole thing. I don't even know the resellability. It's scary. It seems to have come down in price, diesel, the last couple of weeks. And I'm really hoping it'll continue to because that was scary. Also, like driving in the same way that busing is hard for Nevé to fucking see. Busing is not the most accessible for someone with chronic fatigue.
No, just step up into the bus. Stand at a fucking bus stop.
And then if I actually want that to be a fully accessible experience, I have to ask for assistance the entire time. Hi driver, can you put the ramp down for me? Hi you person sitting in the chair, let me sit in the chair.
Yep.
It's a really humiliating thing and you get lots of dirty looks, and it's actually just not worth the humiliation twice a day when I'm going to and from work. Yep. Cycling, I would love to just be a cycler.
Honestly, same.
Cyclist.
I'd love to like... I was just going to let you away with
Thank you. It'd be great. And
I would like skateboard.
Oh, I would
reckon.
Fuck with a skateboard
Yeah.
so hard. Oh, it'd be so cool.
We'd be so cool skateboarding down the street together.
Bisexual girls on their skateboards with their shin pads and their like hair flowing out in the
and I've got like long pink hair.
Yeah, oh gosh. In our future life when we're fully non-disabled, that'll be so much fun. Anyway, yeah, driving is my only option, my best option. And here we are struggling. Then we move on to services. Do you know what's really exhausting is cooking and then doing dishes every night for the rest of your life, as many of you non-disableds would know. 10 times harder when you're disabled. I'm tired. That's really hard. Groceries, really fucking hard.
Oh, don't get me started on groceries.
Do you know what happens if I don't eat very well? My body crashes out even harder. So I need to give myself good food. I can't just get takeaways all the time. Takeaways, expensive. Good food, expensive. Good food takes time and effort and energy to make. Expensive. So I always get click and collect. Expensive.
Yeah, I've started getting groceries delivered.
Yes, good.
Expensive. but it means that I don't have to wander around a supermarket for 2 hours trying to find what I need, using my phone to zoom in to make sure, because I also have a dietary requirement, so, and I can't read food labels to check if something has milk in it.
That's such a good point.
So that's an extra thing that I have to do. Dairy-free alternatives. Expensive.
Mm-hmm.
That's not related to disability at all.
Disability? Lactose intolerance is disability? My peanut allergy is actually my other disability. My tofu allergy.
I get a sore tum.
Oh no.
Disabled.
Grocery shopping is so inaccessible. What a nightmare.
It's awful.
It's
It's
so
awful.
tiring.
It's also, like, they're always polished laminate or concrete floors, depending on how nice your supermarket is. They've always got big either skylights or massive windows, so it's glary as fuck.
Horrible in there.
So disorienting. Hurts my eyes so bad. Like, just, I had a final point that I was getting to, but now I'm just angry about how supermarkets are designed.
You should be. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Other things I have here that'll concern both of us: accessible tickets to shows, concerts, festivals. I don't even want to talk you guys through the dehumanizing process of trying to access accessible tickets.
It's not worth going to anything.
It is so crushing and shit most of the time. And then once you finally get there in whatever way you've been able to purchase them, they're incredibly fucking expensive.
And you know what else sucks? If Sam and I want to go to something together, then we kind of have to make a trade-off of, okay, who's it going to be the most accessible for?
I'm so glad you said this. I was just about to.
Because wheelchair seating is often
At the back.
at the back, so then I can't see anything at all. But Sam can access it. So, but then if we want to sit closer, there's probably going to be stairs or something else that means Sam is going to be in pain. And I'm still not going to be able to see. So that's usually, we'll usually end up just going with the wheelchair option because cost-benefit analysis.
Exactly.
Like, there's going to be more benefit for Sam than there is for me at the end of the day, because they don't let you buy seats right up the front just because you're blind. You have to be a super big fan.
Exactly. So fun. I could keep falling down this rabbit hole. Even things like, even though you get accessible help on flights with travel, it's still very, very painful. Do you know what would be less painful? Would be like business class. Do you know what's expensive? Is business class.
Man, business class would be so much easier.
So lush.
And calmer.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Koru lounge.
And you wouldn't be stuck in those tiny little seats where my body gets in pain after like 2 hours in the Koru lounge, where you're not having to fight for a seat in the main lounge.
And it's not like loud and overstimulating. They have very calm announcements over loudspeakers, so it's accessible for me. You're not just looking at a fucking board. Oh, it'd be nice to be rich.
Wouldn't it? That would solve, like, I've had this thought before, if we were rich, our disabilities wouldn't
affect us as much.
Would be so dramatically different. Again, which is proof that we live under capitalism, because if we had money to try to equalize I don't know what I'm trying to say here, equalize us in general.
You can't have equity under capitalism,
no,
because the only way to get what you need is to have more money.
And to make more money, you have to be productive, and to be productive, you have to be non-disabled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was nitpicking here. I don't have much meat on my bones. I get really, really fucking cold, which is really common for people with my disability. I get real chilly, so I have to pay more for heating. And she's not that skinny. She's got a fat ass, but girl, she still gets cold.
Her butt's warm, but nothing else.
Honestly, that's exactly how it is a lot of the time.
Really?
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to say about shoes, but I can't really be fucked because it's not that important.
But actually, shoes.
I just have to buy like expensive, like good, solid shoes, or I like fall apart, and I also can't wear heels, even though I want to wear heels every day of my life, and I just wish I could buy everything that would
my
fix
shoes,
my life.
whether I spend lots of money on them or not, wear out so quickly because I'm walking all the time, and also I have a weird, it's not gait, the way I strike the ground is weird. I strike the ground like a blind person, which is very like heel first, because if you go flat foot or toe foot, no one's walking toe first, that would be insane.
insane. Ooh. Walking along like a cat. But like, if you go with more of a flat foot, if there's like a small thing on the ground that you're going to trip over, then you're going to trip over it.
Yeah.
So if you lift your toe all the way up, hence why I have very strong shins, and so the backs of my shoes always wear the fuck out really, really quickly. So I'm constantly having to replace shoes, whether they're well made or not. Like, that is just a thing that I have to do.
That's a great point. Clothing.
And it's something that I've never been able to get my disability funding to help pay for.
That sucks.
Because my disability apparently isn't at all related to mobility. Which is really funny, because you try and get to and from work with your fucking eyes closed.
100%. Clothing is another thing that's really important, I think, to talk about with disability. It doesn't affect you and me, so we won't go into it. But, like, accessible clothing, oh my God. Like, people that have EDS or, like, MS or all kinds of different things where it affects your motor skills, dressing is really fucking hard. So then you have to pay more. Or, like, people with dwarfism. Like, there's just so much... Not a thing that we deal with, which I'm really, really grateful for. But this is just a teeny tiny pool. I'm going to think of like 8 other things this week that make disability expensive. But just like little things that, it's us moaning, to be honest. It's not the end of the world. But the fuel stuff and the food stuff is a concern. Yeah. Yeah, because it's transport and fuel for your body. Like,
yeah, it's
like
how you stuff
live.
That's non-negotiable that we just have to keep paying for.
Yeah.
No matter how expensive it is.
Yeah. So the cost of living, we really fucking feel it, and we're often making less money.
Yeah.
Last of all, let's talk about consumer blame. I'm just going to let Neves actually start with this one, but another reason that capitalism and consumerism is really frustrating for a minority like ours is because it's a lot fucking harder for us to try and be ethical consumers. Pop off, my queen.
Oh, right. So, remember when New Zealand was like, you can't put your soft plastics in the yellow bin anymore?
Yeah, all of New Zealand said that and sounded just like that.
I made myself laugh. Yeah, so then I was just like, because I assume a lot of that information is given out on television ads. I haven't watched Freeview.
It's been probably a decade since I've watched free-to-air television.
Yeah, so I don't know where everyone's getting their information, because I tell you what is inaccessible. The fucking NZ Bins website.
Really?
Not clear at all.
Oh dear.
But, so, when they said no more soft plastics, I said, I care about recycling, New Zealand. I will stop putting my soft plastics in the yellow bin. I guess they're going in the red bin. Thank you for filling up my red bin even more, when it's already smaller than the yellow bin. Mm-hmm. So, I learnt through my good friend Sam that there are places that you can take your soft plastics to recycle them. I ask you, caller, how am I... How the fuck am I supposed to get all of my soft plastics to a soft plastics recycling depot?
You just get into your Uber with a really big old bag of plastic over your shoulder.
So I'm having to
bonk
take an
around
Uber to and from the supermarket
Yeah.
just to drop off soft plastics. I'm sure you could argue that like I could do some groceries while I'm there, but fuck you, we've already
talked about that.
we've already discussed this. So otherwise I'm just like walking.
You don't just want to walk around crinkling?
Like, I'm already having to hold a cane. That's overstimulating enough.
You're right.
My God.
You're right.
So, but then I'm the bad guy because I'm just putting my soft plastics in the red bin. Mm-hmm. Fucking sue me. Oh, it annoys me so much. And it's something that I want to do. I just can't.
Yep.
I just can't.
Yep.
And it's fucking upsetting and exhausting and I hate it. And the world is shit.
And it's guilt that we're carrying.
Yeah.
We're not, like, barely anyone else gives a shit.
Yeah, you know, I used to work at a supermarket. You know what comes around every single pallet of everything that gets delivered every single morning, usually twice a day to the supermarket? Like hundreds of pallets worth of shit to every single supermarket. It comes wrapped in about 16 layers of
glad wrap.
That actually fuels my hate fire so strongly. And I'm expected to like take my little twisties wrapper fully clean. To be fair, I do try to do that. But like, why is that on us? Why is that on us?
We are not producing
like
the majority of this waste. Every single place, every single business that has pallets of shit delivered to them, it is wrapped in plastic wrap. Layers and layers, enough plastic wrap that you can't penetrate it. You have to cut it with a craft knife.
And yet these two girls are expected to be the ones saving the fucking world.
I'm supposed to get an Uber with my crinkly bag.
Yeah.
No!
Would love to compost more. Think that would be really great. Worm farm compost, cute, lovely. That is
worm farm.
We could maybe try to do a little worm farm, but also like again, exhausting, so much effort. Oh my gosh.
Scares me a little.
Yeah, intimidating. It's all of these things that we're encouraged to do. Not all of them, like turning off lights and using less water and shit. Fine, like good. But
for sure.
A lot of it is like, why are we carrying this metaphorical climate change responsibility when we're the ones who have to buy into the system in order to survive ethically? Like, yeah, sure, we could live fully organic, we could grow our own everything and never use rubbish, sure, but that's so much more energy for both of us. Sometimes the cheapest, easiest, least exhausting way to do things is just to get slightly unethical about it, which fucking sucks.
You know what's tiring and really hard when you're blind? Gardening. I can't see the difference between things. I don't get why people are so upset by weeds. They're all fucking green. What's the big deal? It's the same colour as the grass. What are you so upset about?
I love that from you.
Biodiversity. Get fucked. Who decided it's a weed?
Oh my gosh. Next episode, we question the difference between weeds and flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a fucking marketing ploy.
Crazy.
It's big flower.
Big flower. Big tall flower. Right. That's all of my post-its that I wrote during an English period last week.
Okay.
Let's sum it all up.
Right. So, capitalism sucks.
You suck.
The national government sucks.
You suck.
Please vote. Please vote. If you don't vote, you suck.
If you don't vote, don't listen to this podcast ever again. We don't want you back.
Yeah, if our listenership goes down, we'll know. We'll figure out who you are.
We'll look at the demographics that are really general now and we can't actually tell who's listening. Whereas we
It's
used
not
to be
as
able
fun
to.
anymore.
We used to be able to see all of you.
Yeah, capitalism sucks. What we did want to mention at the end of this is that I did some research and no framework rocks.
Which makes me feel a little bit better about living in this capitalist hellscape, because all forms of existence are a hellscape. That's what I should have opened with.
Do you want to... I can move it around.
You could.
God, that would be a nightmare. Please don't do that to me.
Don't worry.
So, it turns out... So, I didn't look into every framework of governance. I looked into communism and socialism. So, socialism... In my head, it goes capitalism and then slightly more progressive is socialism and then the most progressive is communism. That's not correct, but that's how my brain works. That stacks quite nicely.
Understood.
Hard launching stacks.
Stacking.
So, alternative frameworks. Socialism and communism. But socialism distributes wealth based on an individual's contribution. So if you're not contributing as much, then you don't get as much as someone who's contributing more. Harder to contribute when you're disabled. So socialism doesn't really work for disabled people. This is all very, surface level. I don't know much about these political frameworks. So communism, surely, right?
Surely.
It's gotta be. Communism, at face value, does seem better because it distributes wealth based on need. So those who have a higher need will actually have more. So that seems like it would be really good for disabled people.
Needs.
It's the name of this one.
Literally just capitals. N-E-E-D.
Needs!
Oh, this is why we cut it at an hour, because we get loopy.
Okay, I'm nearly done.
Sorry.
So, in theory, communism, but in the real world, communism has always led to totalitarianism and dictatorships and forced labor camps and like human rights violations. So communism isn't great either. In theory it is, but then those greedy people who can't let go of capitalist ideals take over. So everything sucks, and the world's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doodle-doo-doo.
We just let's finish on a lighter note. To clarify, we're actually okay. Like,
Yeah, this might seem like we're not, but we are fine.
we just wanted to have a bit of a whinge
good to
and
get this
make
stuff out.
you guys feel good about yourselves that you can fucking walk and see things.
See.
Congratulations on being able to walk and see. It's so fucking cliche. I was going to start the try.
I know, I was waiting.
Oh my god, you weren't even responding and you were being too cool about it.
It's because I got my squishy. I'm tisming out over
She's
here.
so chill. Okay, 3,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Tri-weekly, bi-weekly roundup.
Me
Guys.
first?
Oh, yeah.
No, you first.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Go, go, go.
Guys, I've been rewatching Glee
Ah!
from the start.
Oh my god.
Guys, it's really fucking bad. It's great. I mean, I'm having a wonderful time.
Where
I'm
are
having
you up to?
like episode 7 of season 1.
Nice.
My god. What a horrendously offensive show. Really, truly bad stuff. I'm having a whale of a time though. I'm giggling my little butt off.
Amazing.
It is so funny and shit. And I'm so in. Episode 1, season 1, the
no.
pilot episode. Figgins, what is it with you in this club? You've only got 5 kids and one of them's a cripple. I have more. So, here is the show choir rulebook, and it turns out you only need 12 kids to qualify for regionals. Last time I looked, you only had 5.5. So, in case anyone in the comments was wondering why Sam has had internalized ableism for 28 years, it's because she grew up watching Glee.
Whoo, boy.
But I tell you what, that's fucking funny. That's really funny. You have 5.5. That's all. I'm having a great time. It's really fucked up, but it makes me feel like I should try to think of different things in my life that I can sing about. Like I should attribute a song to different events during my day.
Oh, I hadn't thought about doing that. I like that.
Yeah. What would be a song that like we would sing when we finish this podcast recording?
It's the end of the world
As we know it.
I feel fine.
Incredible. Tell us about your TV show, Tri-Weekly, Bi-Weekly Roundup.
Okay, I've actually thought of 3 things that I want to update on, so we're going to speedrun. Update number 1 is I'm doing a rewatch of Friends, which is really, really interesting to do when you're in your late 20s.
Insane.
Haven't done it since I was maybe 22, 23. I'm actually relating to a lot of the stuff in the first 2 seasons now, which is crazy.
That's us.
But thoroughly enjoying it. It's only problematic very occasionally.
And it's always Ross.
Ross is a piece of shit. Next, I just finished reading 1984 by George Orwell. So I'm basically really intelligent now. Thank you for noticing. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and this was going to be my whole update, but it's out of time now because we're recording this in the past when you're listening to it, quite far in the past. But so I saw Project Hail Mary 4 times while it was in theaters. I saw it on the first day it was in theaters, I saw it on the last day it was in theaters, and I saw it twice in between. Oh, I can't talk about it because you're reading it. Never mind.
You can't. Guys, I'm reading it. It's taken me a really fucking long time because I've been really busy. but
Once Sam has finished it, I have a criticism of the film.
I'm so ready.
Yeah,
I'll have to finish it faster.
But I was like, whoa, that is a massive spoiler. Thank God I caught myself. Thank you for listening.
Love your work, everybody.
Keep listening.
Next time we might make it slightly happier. I have an idea of the next one.
Ooh.
I think it might be time. Do you think it's time for disabled dating? Do you think it's time? I think we've done our time. I think we have enough content, you and I.
Boy, do I have content.
Boy, do we have content.
Some of y'all about to get your shit rocked.
Oh, tune in next time.
Oh my God, are we actually going to do that next time?
Yeah, I reckon we should.
Oh!
I have so many things on my list already. I know you do too, I've seen it.
Oh!
Get ready, everyone. We hope you have a lovely, wheelie Wednesday evening.